Hi everyone, welcome back to the Collaboration Space. I'm Nancy Lucier, coming to you live from InfoComm inside the Shure booth. And joining me is Chris Merrick, Shure's Global VP of Marketing for Collaboration. Chris, thank you for joining me today.
It's great, a pleasure to be here, Nancy.
Yeah, I appreciate you giving us some space in the Shure booth. It looks busy already, first day of the show.
It's crazy. I think people are coming in to get out of the desert heat.
Yes, it's a good thing to do. I think 106 we might hit today,
Yeah,
something like that.
well, I'm in metric, so it's 43 degrees, so centigrade, so it's pretty bad.
That's going to help our global audience. Thank you very much. So, Chris, let's talk a little bit about expectations today in meeting rooms. You know, I think expectations are pretty high, not only in the meeting room, but we're all working a hybrid schedule. So we want to have the same experience no matter where we are, no matter what room, what space we are in our home. How does Shure support that?
Yeah, well, I think we all get very frustrated when we join a meeting and we're finding it hard to work out who's talking, or there are lots of digital artifacts or interference, whatever it is, which is making it hard to follow the conversation. Particularly in global organizations now, where so many people actually coming from different cultures and backgrounds, and so they need a very high quality audio to help them really enjoy the meeting. I think, as everybody knows, Shure's philosophy has been about creating outstanding audio for decades, you know, 101 years in fact. And we put a huge amount of engineering effort into making sure that we can deliver the highest quality audio from our whole ecosystem of solutions. You know, for example, the MXA925 ceiling array, which we've just launched, the latest version of that family, that has on board now all sorts of AI capabilities for deverberation, getting rid of unwanted noises such as pen clicks and chip packets being rustled and so on. And this is all about delivering the highest quality audio to create the best collaboration environment for people. And the whole Shure ecosystem now is all the products can talk to each other. They can all be monitored together in real time through Shure Cloud and be remotely diagnosed and managed by IT ops teams from whatever location. Again, all about delivering that consistent, standardized user experience, whether you're in the VIP boardroom or whether you're in the huddle room or even listening in or joining remotely from another office or from home.
So I can still participate in the meeting if I am at home.
Exactly,
yeah.
Exactly.
And you mentioned AI, you know, in the AI tools that Shure has, but I think professional audio, there are a number of AI productivity tools that rely on really good audio, like translation and identifying speakers and transcriptions. What does Shure do to help support that?
Well, again, with AI, it can only be as good as the inputs which go into it. And if you have suboptimal audio, then you're going to have very bad transcripts and the translation is going to be off and the meeting records will be incorrect. Potentially an action is not captured correctly or it's misattributed to somebody. So I was actually reading an article this week about the concept of bot sitting. So even though people are getting productivity gains from using these meeting utilities, about half that gain is then being rolled back by people having to then manually go through the transcript and fix it. And I think we've all experienced those sorts of problems. But I think it goes beyond that, because yes, these meeting utilities like transcription and translation and note-taking are one thing, but what about when you have AI agents as part of your meeting? What if you're an architect's firm and you have an AI agent which is taking instructions for potentially changing elements of the design or whatever? If that goes wrong, you can be talking about consequences which could be in the millions of dollars.
Absolutely.
So it's very important as we move more and more to having agents as part of that meeting, then that they get that higher quality transcription capability which come through from the meeting utility AI. And I think the other important point on all of this is that companies are looking for a return on investment for AI. So if they can't get those capabilities out of their meeting spaces and use and make sure every meeting space becomes an intelligent one with a brain in the room, then they're not going to be getting that ROI. If platforms like Copilot and others are providing the brain in the room, then the room's got to have good eyes and ears. And although Shure is obviously very famous for our audio, cameras and video is becoming an increasingly important part as well. So we have our Shure camera partner program, so we can have certified solutions working with other camera partners. We have cameras included now as part of our new IntelliMix Bar Pro, with 135 degrees viewing and patented IntelliMix view capabilities. And also we work with partners like Huddly to ship cameras as part of our IntelliMix room kits. This is our Teams version of the touch panel. The computer's tucked away behind this Heckler display. And but also we also have Zoom version as well, which we've launched this week as well. So now whichever platform choice you have, then you can choose that. And also with the IntelliMix room system, you can have a foundation system, which means that integrators can actually mix and match that with the rest of the Shure portfolio and create those bespoke rooms, and where companies like AVI-SPL excel is actually bringing in their expertise in terms of systems integration and getting those spaces up and running.
Yeah, we have a long history of working together.
Yes,
it's
been
designing,
a wonderful
deploying,
partnership.
managing rooms,
Yeah.
and working with Shure. Great partnership. Is there any other highlights you want to share from the show?
Well, as I mentioned, some of the new products we've launched, such as the IntelliMix room kit and foundation system for Zoom, to complement the one we launched for Teams last year. As it is 10 years since we launched the MXA portfolio, and I think it's fair to say that it's the leading ceiling array solution in the market. We've actually launched 3 new capabilities on that already this year. The MXA 320, which is an upgraded table array microphone with DSP on board. We've upgraded the 901 smaller form factor ceiling array mic, which now has camera tracking and voice lift capabilities. And as I mentioned, the MXA 925 is the third, you could argue fourth generation of the 900 ceiling array franchise, and that now has we've massively increased the processing capabilities on board. So it has onboard AI DSP capabilities, but also there's actually probably 10 times as much processing and memory which is not yet being used. And as you know, these ceiling arrays, a Shure product can sit in the ceiling for 10 years plus, as we know already. That's been proven. So there's an awful lot of upgradability which is being baked into to the product. So
and you mentioned ROI earlier, so I'm sure that all works into that as well.
Yeah, so that actually reduces the total total lifetime cost of the products. If they last for 10 years and you can keep upgrading them, then that actually means the annual cost becomes much more affordable, and it means you can actually be afford to paying for the high value professional services which come from partners like AVI-SPL rather than buying new hardware.
Sounds like we're still working together, so that's great.
Sounds like it.
Well, Chris, thank you for your time. I know it's a very busy day here at the Shure booth, so thanks for taking this time with me.
And well, thanks for coming by, and we look forward to a lot more great work together.
Well, and again, thanks to our listeners for joining us. If you're at InfoComm, don't forget to stop by the Shure booth in the Central Hall at C9018, and also visit AVI-SPL at C5601 and C5701. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time in the collaboration space. For more information, visit avispl.com/Shure.